Hello, my loving friends. Welcome to the Great English Podcast. I'm Sonia.
And I'm Mark. We're here to help you improve your English. Today's episode is packed with useful tips and practical advice.
Right. We're going to help you understand your English level, give you some tips on practicing English by yourself, and talk about common mistakes people make while learning English. Stick with us till the end, and you'll gain valuable insights. Let's start with a question. What is your English level? Are you confident about it?
That's a great question, Sonia. Understanding your English level can help you set realistic goals and track your progress. Let's break it down into simple terms.
Beginners know basic words and can understand simple sentences. They can make broken sentences but struggle with full conversations. For example, a beginner might say I go to the store instead of I'm going to the store.
Exactly. They know some vocabulary but find it hard to construct proper sentences. They might understand single words or short phrases but find it difficult to follow longer conversations or read complex texts.
Intermediate learners are a step up. They can understand about 60 to 70% of a conversation or a movie. They can communicate but might need help with some words and grammar. They might say something like, I went to the store yesterday, but I forgot to buy milk, instead of I went to the store yesterday, but I forgot to buy milk.
Right, intermediates can handle most daily conversations and understand the main ideas in texts and movies. They still make mistakes, but they can usually get their point across and understand others with some effort.
And then there are advanced learners. These learners can understand almost everything. They have a wide vocabulary, good pronunciation, and can speak fluently without getting stuck. They might sound like a native speaker in many situations, with only minor mistakes.
Advanced learners can read complex texts, understand nuanced conversations, and express themselves clearly and accurately. They might still have a slight accent or make occasional mistakes, but these don't hinder communication.
So, friends, where do you think you are? Beginner, intermediate, or advanced? Knowing your level can help you focus on what you need to improve.
Now, let's talk about practicing English on your own, especially if you don't have a native English-speaking friend. This is a common challenge, but there are many effective ways to practice.
One great way is to talk to yourself. It might sound funny, but describing your day, your surroundings, or your thoughts out loud helps you think in English. For example, you could say, this morning I woke up at 7 a.m., had breakfast, and now I'm preparing for my English lesson.
Recording yourself is also very helpful. Use a voice recorder to record your speech and listen to it. This helps you spot mistakes in pronunciation, grammar, and fluency. For instance, you could record yourself talking about your favorite book or movie and then listen back to see where you can improve.
Another method is shadowing. Listen to native speakers on podcasts, movies, or TV shows and mimic their speech. Repeat what they say, focusing on pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. It's like having a conversation with the native speaker, but without them actually being there.
And don't forget to join online communities. Participate in forums, language exchange websites, or social media groups where you can write and speak in English. For example, you can join a Facebook group for English learners or use apps like HelloTalk to find language exchange partners.
Another great practice method is to set specific goals for your learning. Having clear goals can help you stay focused and motivated. For example, you could set a goal to learn 5 new words every day or to read 1 article in English each week.
Consistency is key. Make a study schedule and stick to it. Even if you can only practice for 20 minutes a day, regular practice will lead to improvement over time. Let's move on to common mistakes people make while learning English. One big mistake is focusing too much on grammar while speaking.
Yes, thinking too much about grammar, like whether to use have or has, can interrupt your thoughts and make you lose the flow of conversation. For instance, you might pause and overthink, should I say I have seen or I had seen? This can make speaking feel stressful.
Exactly. It's important to know grammar, but don't let it stop you from speaking. Practice speaking naturally and worry about grammar later. The goal is to communicate your ideas, even if they're not perfect.
Another common mistake is trying to understand every single word when reading. This can make reading less enjoyable and slow you down. Instead, try to understand the overall meaning and note down any unfamiliar words to look up later. For example, if you're reading an article and come across the word meticulous, focus on understanding the general context first, then look up the word if you still don't understand it.
Listening is also crucial. Don't just hear what people are saying, but really listen and try to understand. This improves your communication skills and makes conversations more enjoyable. For instance, if you're listening to a podcast, don't just focus on the words but also on the intonation and rhythm of the speech.
And remember, making mistakes is a natural part of learning. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Each mistake is an opportunity to learn and improve. If you say something incorrectly, it's not the end of the world. Correct yourself and keep going.
Absolutely. The key is to keep practicing and not get discouraged by mistakes. Over time, you'll see improvements. Now let's listen to the dialogue.
Hey Mark, it's been so long since we talked.
Hi Sonia, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking. So, what's been keeping you busy these days?
Not much, just getting ready to go abroad for my higher studies.
That's great. I've always wanted to study abroad, but I'm a bit concerned about my English speaking skills.
Oh really? But you mentioned that you've been practicing and improving your English since we last spoke, right?
Yes, I was learning, but I stopped. I got frustrated.
Come on, why didn't you tell me about that? I could assist you with the problem.
I thought you might be busy with your own work and studies.
Got it. Let me ask you something. What's your level of English?
I don't know. How can I understand my level?
Beginners know basic words and can understand simple sentences. Intermediate learners can understand 60 to 70% of a conversation or movie. Advanced learners can understand almost everything and speak fluently.
I think I'm at the beginner level, but I really want to work my way up to the intermediate level.
That's great that you're setting that goal for yourself. Consistency is key. If you can dedicate at least 20 minutes every day, you'll see progress.
I'm committed to that. I've realized I've spent a lot of time unproductively, and now I want to make better use of my time.
That's a good mindset to have. Let me share some insights about misconceptions. We should be aware of our mistakes while learning English.
Sure. One mistake I often made was thinking too much about grammar while speaking. It made me hesitant and interrupted my thoughts.
I've noticed that with many learners. Overthinking grammar can slow you down. Instead, try to speak naturally and let the grammar follow with practice.
Another thing is reading. I used to focus on understanding every single word, which made reading feel like a chore. Now, I try to grasp the overall meaning first and then look up any unfamiliar words later.
That's a great approach. And when it comes to listening, remember to engage with what you hear. Don't just passively listen, try to understand the context, emotions, and nuances.
Yes, active listening is key. It not only helps with understanding but also improves your speaking skills because you learn the natural flow of the language.
And let's not forget about setting specific goals. Have you set any goals for your English learning?
Yes, I've set a goal to learn 5 new words every day and to read 1 English article each week. It's been helping a lot.
That's excellent. Setting clear goals keeps you motivated and focused. Just remember, consistency is more important than the amount of time you spend each day. Even a little bit every day can lead to big improvements over time.
Friends, we've covered a lot today. Let's summarize some effective methods for practicing English on your own. Talk to yourself. Describe your day, your surroundings, or your thoughts out loud. This helps you think in English and improves your fluency. Record yourself. Use a voice recorder to record your speech and listen to it. This helps you identify and correct mistakes in pronunciation, grammar, and fluency. Shadowing. Listen to native speakers on podcasts, movies, or TV shows and mimic their speech. Focus on pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. Join online communities, participate in forums, language exchange websites, or social media groups where you can write and speak in English. Set specific goals. Having clear, achievable goals helps you stay focused and motivated. For example, learn 5 new words every day or read 1 article in English each week. Be consistent. Make a study schedule and stick to it. Regular practice, even for just 20 minutes a day, will lead to improvement over time.
And don't forget to enjoy the process. Learning a new language is a journey. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and stay positive.
Remember, making mistakes is a natural part of learning. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Each mistake is an opportunity to learn and improve.
Absolutely. The key is to keep practicing and not get discouraged by mistakes. Over time, you'll see improvements. And keep in mind that everyone's learning journey is different. Progress at your own pace, and don't compare yourself to others.
We hope these tips help you on your journey to mastering English. If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, please leave a comment or send us a message.
And if you found this episode helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, Great English Podcast. It helps us reach more people and continue to provide valuable content.
Thank you for joining us today. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and remember, you can achieve your language goals with dedication and effort.
See you next time. Keep learning and stay happy.